Hello, happy Sunday. It is day 17.
Whenever clouds start gathering to cover up the sun, it really doesn't mean a thing to me.
Music is such an important part of my life. I don't read music, I don't play music, but I love singing and I love listening to music. Rhythm is a huge thing in my life. I have Tourette syndrome, and so part of that disorder for me personally creates a need for rhythm in my life because I have tics that, while they are irregular, do have a rhythm of their own. That same theme fits pretty much everything else in my life. Part of that might be dealing with OCD, which often comes with Tourette's, but a lot of it is just I love rhythm and it's inside my head all the time. And music is one way that I can channel that rhythm. It helps me focus, it helps me calm down if I'm stressed. It brings me joy. So, without further ado, in no particular order, here are my top 5 musical artists for February. Colony House. Their album Only the Lonely is their second release. It just came out last month. If you're familiar with older Christian contemporary music, Stephen Curtis Chapman was one of the most popular artists from like 80s, 90s. Stephen Curtis Chapman has 2 sons in the band Colony House. Caleb and Will Franklin are the lead singer / lead guitarist and drummer, respectively. So the album is very Nashville rock influenced. The music is just exciting and feels very original. I play it in my car all the time when I'm driving deliveries. My favorite track from the album is Was It Me? That's barely edging out Where Your Father's Been, which is a song that's a little bit earlier in the album, but Was It Me just has so much energy, and the chorus especially is just really, really catchy, and I enjoy it. Every time I listen to it, I can repeat it 6 times and it doesn't bother me. Mike Mains and the Branches, now known as Mike Mains. If you have spent very much time with me in the last couple of years, you might have heard me talking about this band. I fell in love with their second album, Calm Down, Everything Is Fine, when I was in my sophomore year of college and was dealing with some really heavy depression and anxiety. The album just felt like a perfect fit for what I was dealing with. And the timing of it was just perfect as well. Lately, they've been working on putting together another album. I had the great privilege of going to a show. It was a living room tour show. Mike Mains and his wife and a couple of friends just set up in someone's living room in Fort Dodge, and Julia and I went to see the show, and we were 2 of about 15 people there, which at first I thought was going to be really awkward, but after spending 10 or 15 minutes just sitting and listening, I realized it was going to be perfect with that size for Mike Mains' set. The energy and passion that band brings to any music they touch is just beautiful. If I had to recommend one specific song, definitely Slow Down. Or Calm Down, Everything Is Fine. I can't decide. They're both so good. Recently, I have gotten into Dodie Clark's music. Oh my goodness. She has one EP out right now. You might recognize that name from a previous video when I talk about Twitter and people that you should be following if you want to have a wider perspective on the world. Dodie wrote a song called Sick of Losing Soulmates, which is one of those songs that doesn't quite fit my life experience, but feels like it should. Dodie has a knack for writing lyrics that capture the darker parts of emotion really, really well. I will give a warning for people who don't like the F word in music. There is an F word in the chorus of Sick of Losing Soulmates. Please give the song a chance, because I think the use of that word fits the tone of the song and the emotion of the song really well. And if you disagree with that usage, well, that's okay. Agree to disagree on that. I think it's not a hill to die on. Cannot do a video like this without mentioning Heath McNeese. If you know me very well at all, you have heard me freak out about his music on Twitter, sometimes on Facebook. He is a singer-songwriter who also does rap, who also leads worship. He puts out music all the time. I will say he did put out a 10-minute rap song called Bicentennial Man, which is hilarious. He also recently put out an EP called Who Knows Who Cares, which is definitely on my top 5 musical releases of 2016. But definitely check out 1315, because that is a fantastic song based on Job 13:15. Asks really good questions. Last one, definitely check out Tessa Violet. She is friends with Dodie, makes super fantastic pop music, but it's more of the indie pop. And she is also on YouTube. Not Over You is probably the one I'm going to recommend, just because it has both an acoustic version and a revamped version she recently put out. Both of them are really valuable and enjoyable. That's it. That's what I got. I will see you tomorrow.